It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain, but until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. There was every broken bone, I swear I lived. I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. This is my wish. I hope you know somebody loves you. May all your dreams stay big.
Fast, that's the kind of car you want to drive when you're 16. Fast, that's the kind of boys that you want on your home team. Fast, yeah, you think you're gonna catch your big dreams just like that. Fast, and here you are looking back. 60 seconds now feels more like 30. Tick-tock won't stop and round it goes. Sand through the glass sure falls in a hurry, and all you keep trying to do is slow it down. So get in, keep trying to make the good times last as long as you can. But you can't, man, it just goes too fast.
Do you ever feel
plastic bag, drifting through the wind, wanting to start again. Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you? You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go you're gonna leave 'em all in You don't have to feel like a wasted space. You're original, cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will glow, and when it's time, you know you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go you're gonna leave 'em all in Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you, you, you. And now it's time to let it through. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I rise up, I'll rise like the day. I rise up, I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up, I like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to.
Good evening. My name is James Ducharme, and I am the principal of Schuylerville High School. I would like to welcome you to our 75th annual commencement ceremony. I would like to thank the parents, family members, friends, and members of the Board of Education, Dr. Sherman, faculty, staff, and community members who have joined us this evening to celebrate this important milestone in the collective achievements of the Schuylerville class of 2021. At this time, I ask that you please rise as Asa Dupras, a decorated member of the Schuylerville Select Choir and Drama Clubs, performs the Star-Spangled Banner. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Next year, somebody else is going to do the welcoming. Welcome again to the class of 2021's commencement ceremony. This evening is a special event in many ways. It marks the end of a challenging and unprecedented journey through school, through life, and it is the beginning of unlimited possibilities. As a school district and community, we are celebrating our 75th annual commencement ceremony. To my knowledge, the first evening graduation for our district. 75 years of history, traditions, and pride. This joyous anniversary is being commemorated by all participants tonight by wearing a special 75th anniversary pin designed by our technology class. 75 years takes a strong community and a strong support system. Many of our past graduates are here with us this evening. At this time, I ask that all of the alumni that are in attendance please stand and be recognized for your continued support of our school district and community. Graduates, it is the sense of community that was just portrayed that makes Schuylerville a special place. A place that will always be home for all of you. We have been fortunate over the past 4 years to watch you, teach you, coach you, learn from you, and more importantly, collaborate with you on your academic journey. At times, it was a traditional journey. And then at times, it was very untraditional. My hope for all of you is that the positives strongly outweigh any of the negatives, and that you were able to learn from the negative experiences and it made you a stronger individual today. Additionally, I hope through this year, you have learned the power of your voice and how as individuals and as a group, anything is attainable. From the entire Schuylerville school community, we are proud of the young women and men that you have grown into. You are a special group. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Mike Bodner, President of the Board of Education, who will address the class of 2021.
Good evening. On behalf of the Schuylerville Central School District's Board of Education, it is my distinct honor to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2021. This ceremony is one of the highlights of our year and gives us all a chance to recognize and congratulate the graduating class on this important achievement. I would like to start by thanking Mr. Ducharme for the decision to hold this ceremony later in the day when the sun is not directly overhead. You see, we didn't really want to run the risk of any of you being blinded by the reflection off my head, so we're off to a good start here so far. We have a strategically placed cloud. So Mr. Ducharme, on behalf of the bald community, I thank you. Look, we can't all have Cody Belden's hair, okay? He's, on top of being the salutatorian, he has a wonderful head of hair. Just an amazing kid. As wonderful as last year's graduation ceremony was, I can't begin to tell you how much better it is to be able to actually see everyone smile instead of a face mask. It is so rewarding to be able to actually see how much this day means to all of you. On a light note, I wonder if it has ever been more difficult to be chosen as the life of the party of a senior class than it was this year. Somehow, Abigail Mash and Jack Koval managed to do just that. Without a doubt, though, those parties were held in strict compliance with state and local guidelines. All joking aside, this graduating class has many impressive accomplishments. The Valedictorian, Camilla Brown, won the Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Award, performed an extensive amount of community service, and somehow still found time to run indoor and outdoor track as well as cross country. Reagan Hutchinson was recognized by WNYT for her photography project titled Where Flowers Bloom, So Does Hope, which she created to inspire those who might be struggling during the pandemic, especially frontline workers. Reagan was also the recipient of the Saratoga County School Board Association's Community Service Award. Cameron Wyan was honored as one of the winners of the Post-Stars 2021 Teen Excellence Awards for demonstrating individual growth, leadership, development, and serving as an exceptional role model in the community. One character trait which this class has demonstrated repeatedly is resilience in the face of adversity. COVID-19 caused a massive disruption over the last 2 years on your academic pursuits and your ability to have a normal high school experience. We appreciate the great attitude you displayed, even when you had understandable moments of frustration. That resilience will serve you well for the rest of your lives, no matter where your path leads. Before I close, I want to make one request of each of you. Regardless of where your path takes you, whether it is here in Schuylerville or somewhere else in the world, please get involved in and give back to your community. It might be sharing a passion of yours with others, whether it is sports, music, art, or something else that you love. If you faced a challenge along the way, it might be volunteering to help young people who are dealing with the same challenge. So ultimately, my message is, as comfortable as it might be to stay out of it, you make the world a better place by engaging in it. So, on behalf of the Schuylerville Board of Education, congratulations to the class of 2021. You are poised to do great things, and we wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bodner. Parents, if you noticed, the graduates didn't really know when to sit down. Well, in rehearsal, I told them the other day I would tell them to sit. You can consider that payback for the forks and somebody taking my parking spot the other day. See, they do listen. Our first student speaker this evening kicked off the evening with the national anthem. Asa is the president of the class of 2021 and will provide some remarks about the class and highlight the class gift. Asa has been a constant advocate for the class of 2021, working collaboratively with student groups and the building administration to provide our students with the opportunities to experience some of the long-lasting traditions that high school seniors get to participate in. Ladies and gentlemen, Asa.
Good evening, everyone. Tony, Grammy, and Emmy Award-winning comedian and actress Lily Tomlin once said, "The road to success is always under construction." This resonates with seniors all around the world. The road seemingly led us through an earthquake, hurricane, flood, wildfire, 2 massive snowstorms, literally, and the worst disaster of all, the parking lot crisis of 2021. You only have one senior year of high school. Well, most people. The class of 2021 missed out on so many valuable memories that we will never be able to make up. You couldn't pay me to go through a year like that again. But if you wanted to, I do have Venmo. Never mind. In all seriousness, despite the insane challenges thrown at us this year, we survived and overcame. The beginning of this school year was terrifying for all of us. After a handful of school closures and a feeling of hopelessness, it was safe enough for us to hold two important senior events. Both the senior lock-in and prom were extremely successful, and I'm grateful we had the opportunity to organize them. Also, other than today, our last day of school was the only time we had over 90% of our class together. Gathering as a class, despite our differences and despite the pandemic, was an overwhelmingly sentimental experience. I would like to give massive thank yous to all of those that have helped us along our way this year. Senior Class Advisor, Mr. Robinson. Junior Class Advisor, Mrs. Driscoll. Mr. Ducharme. Mr. Tizanos. The school board, and the entire Schuylerville Central School District faculty. Thank you for allowing us the chance to grow, not only as students, but as people. Thanks to Schuylerville's support system, we have students that excel not only in academics, but in extracurricular activities, including athletics, music, theater, culinary arts, speech, agriculture, and more. The class of 2021 includes students joining the workforce, students joining the military, students attending community colleges, and students attending prestigious private and public universities all around the country. All of these achievements are not shocking, though, as Schuylerville has a history of setting up its students for success. I know I speak for the entire class when I say that the support system at Schuylerville has been incredible, and I will miss this town so much. That got sappy. Sorry. Now on to my presidential duties. As senior class president, I have two very important things that need to be done. First of which is the announcement of the senior class gift. The senior class gift is presented each year to the school by the graduating class. This year we chose to give the most deserving individuals a gift. Us. The senior class has purchased a yearbook for every graduating senior, just so we can always remember how amazing this year was. Pause for laughter. Second, and most importantly, the sacred senior class selfie. Give me a minute with this one. Everyone get in. I'll do two. I would like to thank the class of 2021 for their resilience and hard work. Your perseverance is why you are standing here today. Finally, I'd like to end with a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. Peace.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jordan Tizanos. I am the high school assistant principal. It is humbling and an honor to have the opportunity to speak to you and on behalf of this remarkably talented, selfless, and high-achieving class. Before I introduce our next speaker, we will recognize the 110 students who have earned the right to wear honor cords, symbolizing their academic fortitude. At this time, all students wearing a gold cord, please rise and remain standing. The gold cord serves to highlight students who have finished their high school careers with an overall average of 85% or higher. We have 69 students wearing gold cords this evening. This is a tremendous accomplishment. Congratulations, student. You may have a seat. At this time, I ask anyone wearing a blue cord to rise and remain standing. All of these students have finished their high school careers with an overall average of 90% or higher. We have 41 students who've earned this incredibly impressive academic achievement. Students, you may have a seat. Congratulations to all our students who have earned this academic distinction. Your continued pursuit of excellence is nothing short of phenomenal. At this time, it is with great pleasure that I introduce high school science teacher, Mr. Jamie Burley, who will introduce our salutatorian, followed by an introduction of the valedictorian. Let's give Mr. Burley a round of applause.
Thank you. I just don't want to be the first one whose cap goes flying up here, but if it does, I'm going to power through. When I was in high school, I was friends with the salutatorian of my class. She went on to have a lot of success, earning a PhD at Harvard Medical School and starting her own research lab. When she got married, her father gave a speech, but he didn't talk about any of the academic stuff. Instead, he told stories about her playing softball when she was growing up, going into great detail about specific games and accomplishments going back to when she was in elementary school. And that was essentially the whole speech. And I remember thinking that there is a select group of special people in your life who will always know you first and foremost as their son, daughter, former student, former player, or childhood best friend, and that those are the people who can help you stay grounded regardless of your successes and failures. I also remember thinking, be careful who you ask to speak publicly on your behalf at an event recognizing a major life milestone. Which brings me to our own salutatorian, who is a great guy, is an outstanding student, has tremendous personal character, and has a lot to be proud of in his high school career. And I promise I'll get to that. But I want to talk about the foreign language lip sync competition last year. Specifically, the part where he came out on the stage, picked up an umbrella, and started running around and attacking Liam Claus with it. Then he gently put down the umbrella, started doing some synchronized dancing that was actually pretty good, and then picked up the umbrella again and swung it approximately 37 times at Cody Fitzgerald, who was tied to a chair. I know a number of you were there that night, but just in case, you can find it on YouTube. So in the future, come what may, should he ever need someone to help him stay grounded, you know where to find me. I want to personally thank him for his good-natured sense of humor, as well as his genuine enthusiasm for science and insightful observations in AP Physics. We learned a lot, shared a lot of laughs, and I'm grateful for having had the opportunity. In addition to his stage escapades, the Salutatorian has also done pretty well in school. He was awarded the St. Lawrence University Augsbury North Country Scholarship, which serves to recognize academic and extracurricular leadership and is worth $35,000 per year at St. Lawrence University. He has served as the secretary for the New York State Council on Student and Leadership Activities since 2018. He also won the Harvard Book Award, which is awarded by alumni of Harvard University to students who display excellence in scholarship and high character, combined with achievements in other fields. He was the captain of the quiz team and went to nationals for the quiz team last April. He was the treasurer of both Student Council and Environmental Club. He's been a member of the varsity indoor and outdoor track teams, as well as the 2019 sectional champion cross-country team. He will be attending St. Lawrence University and plans to major in neuroscience and psychology. His friends know him as Beldy. It's my privilege to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2021, Cody Belden.
Hello everyone, my name is Cody Belden, and today I have been given the honor of being able to speak in front of all of you as salutatorian of the class of 2021. While I was procrastinating writing this speech, I was able to look back fondly at all of the great memories which many of us have shared, which has inspired me to reminisce about all of these good days as we conclude our time here at Schuylerville. Over a decade ago, we all shared a similar day. We woke up, got ready, and went to our first day of school. It's been many years since then, and we have all changed and grown throughout this time. As we prepare to move forward onto bigger and better things, we must not forget to double back on when our memories first got made. Kindergarten was a year of hope and optimism. There's a never-ending feeling of excitement in all the classrooms, and many of us made lifelong friends. I also deeply miss having nap time during the day. The end of the year trip to Magic Forest was a fantastic way to end a great first year of our schooling experience. First grade was a year of promise and elation. It was a year defined by a sense of community and some of our first big memorable activities. It feels like just yesterday when I was on the stage, failing to pitch while dancing to center field, or getting nauseous at the Great Escape. Even better, I met many of my closest friends this year. First grade was a great year, looking back on it. Second grade was even more of a year of prospect and good cheer. This was the year I most vividly remember the highs and lows of Little League Baseball and all the other recreational sports of which we partook during elementary school. It was also the first zoo trip, and I remember seeing a giraffe. And you know what? I think that's pretty cool. And you know what's better than seeing a giraffe? Making lifelong friends, something that happened for many of us in second grade. Third grade was a time of faith and brightness. I remember running around on the playground, making up games on the spot, visiting the monarch butterflies, going to Moreau Lake. There are too many good times to mention. How could I forget the many times I've used cursive since then? It was truly a year to remember. 4th grade was probably my favorite year of elementary school. Between playing chess during free time, making my own newspaper, and learning Common Core math, what's not to love? The visit to the New York State Museum was a fantastic time, and a lot of my closest friends were from that class. After 4th comes 5th grade, which was an exhilarating year. Being the big kids in elementary school was too much fun, and the feeling of excitement going into the Bronx Zoo trip could be felt through the entire school. And it paid off in one of the most memorable moments in all of our time at Schuylerville. The year served as a perfect transition to middle school, and it's nice to look back on. Middle school was, to greatly understate things, a turbulent time for all of us. We all changed as people, and 6th grade was the start of this crazy era. It was the first year of drama club for me, and many of you too, and the start of having different class periods for all of us, which was really, really confusing, look back on it. And I don't think any of us will forget about Chinchcook, for better or for worse. On to the next year. 7th grade, modified sports were the dominating aspect of this year, with many of us participating in them. Many of these teams would become like families for all of us. In 8th grade, it was another year of being the big kids in a small pond. There was also the classic 8th grade dinner dance. Actually, let's forget I mentioned that. Stonebridge Caves was fun. Then high school came. Who didn't love the culture shock of freshman year? From modified to JV, switching buildings for the first time, there were just so many changes that year. A lot of us became very different people after that year. However, many of us also found brand new experiences which would stick with us throughout the rest of high school. Whether starting a new sport, joining a new club, or taking an educational program, many of us were able to experience the multitude of opportunities which were presented to us at Schuylerville. Sophomore year was a nice step up from freshman year. Many of us moved up to varsity teams and were able to do amazing things on these teams. And I feel like I have taken this year for granted a lot, mostly because there was no COVID that year. Junior year was the true start of varsity sports, alongside the onslaught of special programs. Whether it was AP classes and crying during AP physics tests, thank you, Mr. Burley, BOCES, or other programs, many people on this stage overachieved to better their education, and should be very proud of that. The lip sync battle was a momentous occasion, and one which I am very proud to say that Spanish won. And then the pandemic. I think everything which needs to be said about this has been a once-in-a-lifetime experience has already been said, and I don't really want to add too much to that. I just want to commemorate everyone here on stage for how strong we all have become, and how much we have persevered through as a community. In this past year, we have all gone through so much, and still managed to get some semblance of a normal year, through things like sports and prom, leading us to now. I want to congratulate everyone here for their hard work and dedication to education, alongside thanking all of the teachers who have put effort into educating us and doing more than the bare minimum. Thank you all for coming here, and for the rest of the class of 2021, let our futures be full of bigger and better things.
So I'm here to introduce the Valedictorian. Not to name drop, but I'm actually related to a couple of Valedictorians myself. My grandmother, Evelyn Burley, who has since passed away, was the Valedictorian of the Sherman Park Seminary class of 1924 in Port Henry, New York, 97 years ago. In the interest of full disclosure, there were only 2 people in her class, her and the Salutatorian. We usually leave that part out when we tell people about it. That said, she was a wonderful, talented person, and I'm sure she would consider herself in good company with this year's valedictorian, who, it should be noted, is first in a class of 115 students, or 113 more students than the Sherman Park Seminary class of 1924. I did a little statistical analysis of the valedictorian's grades. For 73 out of the 112 quarter grades she received in all of her classes throughout high school, she achieved a 100. That accounts for 65% of her total grades. And she accomplished this while taking 8 advanced placement and college-level courses. There is a word for people like that. That word is valedictorian. She is friendly, good-natured, and down-to-earth. That said, her unflappable drive and determination remind me of fictional characters from my childhood, such as the Terminator, Rocky Balboa, and Michael Myers from the Halloween movies. No matter what obstacles you put in her way, she just keeps coming. She exemplifies everything that I find rewarding about teaching. While she is very capable working independently, she is also not afraid to ask questions and ask for help. She's willing to speak up and take a stand for what she believes in, and she's able to do so with grace in class, always keeping an open mind and maintaining a willingness to continue to learn. I want to thank her for all of those study halls she spent hanging out in the physics room with the fourth period gang. I also want to acknowledge her logging in every day for those awkward early Google Meets in the spring last year, and I appreciated the opportunity to continue teaching her under those most unusual circumstances. I remember one Google Meet in particular where I thought the meet had ended, and I came back 15 minutes later, and to my surprise, she and Molly Vianese were still logged in and chatting as if I had never left. That, my friends, is dedication, and I remain very curious about what transpired in my absence. The valedictorian received the Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Award, which is awarded by the University of Rochester to students who have demonstrated a commitment to understanding and addressing difficult social issues, demonstrated leadership and dedication to community action, and achieved strong grades in rigorous courses taken in the humanities and social sciences. She was the co-president of the French Club and the National Honor Society recording secretary. She participated in Envirothon, Environmental Club, Quiz Team, Select Choir, and Drama Club. She also ran cross-country and indoor and outdoor track. She will be attending Skidmore College in the fall with plans to study science. Her friends know her as Miller, #1 in your hearts and #1 in her class. It is my honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Camilla Brown.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers and students, and all of you, the class of 2021. It is truly an honor to be speaking to you all on this very, very special and exciting day, and I want to thank every one of you for being a part of our class's journey through the Schuylerville Central School District. You know, going back to freshman year, when we first entered through the rows of doors of Schuylerville High School, we didn't know what we were in for. We didn't know our way around the school and barely knew the teachers who worked within. We didn't know that Mr. Zelnicki was obsessed with Pearl Jam and that Mr. Bryson had a collection of wigs that he occasionally put on during class. We didn't even know that Miss Flores and Miss Flores were, in fact, different people, though it is deceiving on paper. Although we didn't know any of these things, we learned them together over time, and now we are on the last leg of the high school journey with the finish line in sight. So let's get into the speech. Freshman year of high school was the first time I learned about the term valedictorian, courtesy of my mom. I couldn't pronounce the word correctly. Even today I still struggle with it. But at that moment, I knew that becoming valedictorian was what I would work towards in high school. Over the years, I sacrificed my time for it, and yes, I stressed over it. And in the end, I achieved it. On the morning that I was called down to Mr. Ducharme's office and was told my final class rank, it felt so good, for only a few seconds. Yes, a few seconds of my adrenaline pumping and my heart working overtime, and a few seconds of me thinking, yeah, I won. For a few seconds, I succumbed to my thoughts, and it felt surreal. However, time goes on, and those few seconds passed. I left Mr. Ducharme's office and looked down at the weirdly textured sheet of paper that had my great achievement printed on it, and I thought, is that all? Shouldn't I be feeling something else? Thinking back on it now, I don't know what I was expecting to happen. Perhaps hundreds of streamers to drop from the ceiling, or maybe I was hoping that all of my problems would fade away in comparison to this amazing achievement. However, in the end, none of that happened, and my life went on as it did before. Now, I know this speech so far sounds a little gloomy, but ultimately, my experience with winning the honor of valedictorian has taught me an important lesson for the future. Life is a journey, not a destination. While this quote is a cliche, and many of you are probably cringing because I'm using something that your grandparents throw at you occasionally, this quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson perfectly sums up what I learned. At every point in our lives, there is something big that we work towards, whether it is graduating high school, finding a stable job, or eventually retirement. While working towards these kinds of goals, many people forget to enjoy the journey along the way. I, myself, did the same thing in high school. I worked so hard on trying to achieve good grades and a high class rank that I forgot to really live through my high school years. Honestly, I am not entirely sure if I should be giving advice to my peers, because I have lived the same amount of time as them, and have experienced similar events, so I will only leave a few more words. Working hard towards a goal is good, but it should not be done for the sole purpose of a goal's sake, at the expense of living your life to the fullest. Of course, it's important to keep up with work, like we all did in high school. Whether it was the much-loved Khan Academy assignments assigned by Mr. Hayes, or Mr. Burley's physics tests that always managed to make at least one student cry per class. However, don't let work overrun your life. Enjoy every second you have with your friends, family, classmates, and colleagues. Go and hang out in the school parking lot or the local Denny's, because moments like these will make our future endeavors, such as college, the military, or the workforce, more memorable and worthwhile. Ultimately, I believe that a lot of the class of 2021 has already learned that the journey is more important than the destination. After all, we did go through our last 2 years of high school with COVID-19 living rent-free on our planet. You can never know when changes will happen in our lives, so it is important to live your life to the fullest. Although we don't want our parents to know we're aware of it, we still have plenty of learning to do. It can seem like a daunting task to have to restart our lives in new places with new people, but the thing is, the old, comfortable Schuylerville isn't going anywhere. In the age of technology, we still have each other's words of advice and encouragement. Sure, we will miss being with each other every day, but in the end, it's our time apart that will let us appreciate our time together. So, as Plankton from SpongeBob said, goodbye everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
Thank you, Cody and Camilla, and congratulations on your achievement. I got the message. I need streamers, alarms, and confetti next year. Asa, Cody, and Camilla all described how the past 16 months will not define them, and not define this group. I echoed this sentiment at rehearsal the other day. Each group of seniors is special, and they are special for many different reasons. This group is not special for the obvious reason that we can all point to. No, this group is special because the individuals that are comprised of it are diverse, they challenged us as educators and individuals, they are creative, they are goal-oriented, but more importantly to me, they are my first group of freshmen when I became principal 4 years ago. They will always hold a special place with me. It is now time to officially present the graduating class. In a moment, we will be awarding all of our graduates with their high school diploma. We have 29 students that achieved a Regents Diploma with advanced designation. 16 of those students also earned their honors designation. 61 students earned their Regents Diploma. 12 earned their mastery in science. 14 earned a mastery in science and math, and 28 have earned their CTE endorsement. Quite an accomplishment. Dr. Sherman and members of the Board of Education, as principal of Schuylerville High School, I hereby certify that these students have met all of the requirements for graduation as set forth by the State of New York and the Schuylerville Board of Education. It is my great pleasure to present to you the Schuylerville class of 2021. Dr. Sherman, Mr. Tizanos, Mrs. Rust, Mrs. O'Brien, and Mrs. Bean, please join me to award the diplomas. Graduates, after you receive your diploma and you exit the stage, please make sure you take a step to your left so we can get a picture of you with your diploma.
Camilla Hannah Brown. Cody Rieger Belden. Emily Allison Oakes. Patrick Webster McGloin. Molly Catherine Vianese. Lulu Quincy Burkowski. Cameron Riley Wyan. Samuel Cooley McGarahan. Lauren Haley Belinsky. Jack Michael Dwyer.
Hope Elizabeth Allen. Brianna Lynn Babinski. Stella Isabel Baird. Sebastian Vincent Barrett. Jenna Lynn Bars. Rita Marie Bevins. Dakota Brady. Skylar George Cap. Jordan M. Cherry. Jada Riley Clark. Liam Akio Claus. Dylan Clay. Genevieve Jane Coleman. Chastity Marie Collins. Ethan Michael Corlew. Emily Teeter Krauth. Zachary A. Kniff. Zachary M. Curtis. Archimedes Ames Davis. Elizabeth Grace Decker. Haley Morgan Decker. Brooke Marie Delorier. Elizabeth Rebecca Deal. Vance Glenn Disbrow. Asa Oscar Dupris. Ivan George Fernandez, Jr. Cody Paul Fitzgerald. Elijah G. Fitzgerald. Jack Brandon Fordyce. Colin Rossler Gary. Cheyenne Trinity Giebauer. Stephen John Geiling. Kaylin Amaya Gillis. Delaney L. Goldenberg. Carson M. Griffin. Madeline Haas. Dylan Avery Helwig. Skylar Marie Hurley. Garrett Anthony Hutchinson. Reagan Irene Hutchinson. Gabriel Christian Klibico. John Christopher Colville. Corey Lane. Alexandria Marie Lanfear. Liam Michael Letty. Michaela Ann Lynch.
Bella Nancy Machi. Christian E. Magnell. Abigail Rose Mash. Caleb Robert Lee Max. Kaya Ann Merchant. Anthony Michael Miller. Patrick Robert Mills. Kayleen Elizabeth Moran. Michaela Ann Moriarty. Mary Ann Murphy. John Navarra. Nicholas O'Leary. Toby David Parnham. Andrew J. Peak. Era Noel Ramos. Sydney Reuter. Joseph C. Reynolds. Mary Frances G. Richardson. Alex M. Rodriguez. Amanda Nicole Patricia Ross. Stephen J. Rowinski. Ryan M. Rubertello. Caden Quinn Rutland. Dallas Star Sales. Victoria Lynn Sales. Amanda Grace Scavone. Olivia Morgan Schultz. Nathaniel Edward Scott. Charles W. Sherman. Devin Jacob Sicker. Sydney Marie Simmons. Cora R. Smith. Livia Ariana Sorgi. Troy Gunawa Soriano. Matthew David Stamfley. Jonah Dragonfly Stewart. Phoenix Stewart. Olivia Grace Stortz. Rachel Nicole Stortz. Isabella Anne Marie Todd. Gianluca Ubillo. Samantha Louise Value. Anya Brooks Votrin. Benjamin Christopher Verdi. Tavon Maurice Vichet. Holly C. Wadsworth. Alicia Lee Walter. Dylan M. White. Lucas James Robert Woodcock. Ryan Thomas Yoakum. Abigail Rose Zajeski. Jordan A. Zakcheski. Angel Eduardo Zapian Hurtado. Matthew Thomas Zenio. Morgan Elizabeth Zenio. Luciana Zacco. Grace N. Zulo.
Graduates, please rise. You may now move your tassels from the right side to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Schuylerville class of 2021. Graduates, please sit. Before we close the ceremony, I would like to thank everyone who has contributed to the success of these young men and women. Thank you to the many educators who have worked with these students throughout elementary, middle, and high school. Thank you to Mrs. Taryn Kane for putting together our senior video and constantly communicating the many updates leading up to today. Our main office support staff that really puts this entire evening in motion. Thank you to Mrs. Janine O'Brien and Mrs. Sarah Rust, the school counselors of the class of 2021, for all their outstanding work with these students over the past 4 years. I would also like to recognize the senior class advisor, Mr. Tom Robinson, for continuing to provide our students the experiences and valuable traditions of the senior year. A special thanks to Rain or Shine Tent Company that for the last 2 years has been able to provide us the opportunity to have graduation on campus and provide us with this stage today. Graduates, please know that your school community is truly proud of you and wishes you the very best in all the adventures that await for you. Also, if you haven't already, I encourage you to take some time this weekend or this evening to say thank you to your parents, family members, and others who have loved and supported you all of these years. They have contributed to your success and deserve your gratitude. to the class of 2021. You have experienced and learned that there isn't anything you cannot accomplish. There will be a time in the future when it feels like the task you are up against is impossible, too hard, and I'm sure there will be an easy way out. I want you to remember the experiences from the past year and a half, the sacrifices you made, the hard work you put forward, the way you adapted and overcame. Then look at the task ahead of you and attack it head on. Answer the bell. You are stronger than you know. Find your inner confidence and the strength that you have, and you can achieve anything. Lastly, find something you love to do, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Trust me, I know. Graduates, please rise. In just a moment, the class of 2021 will exit the bleachers and process across the field. Please meet them outside the fence line. Class of 2021, congratulations and thank you. I wish you a bright future ahead, and remember that this is always home. Thank you for coming this evening. Thank you for the last 4 years. Good night.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain, but until my moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. And with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I lived. Every broken bone, I swear I did it all. I I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. This is my wish. I hope you know somebody loves you. May all your dreams stay big.
Fast, that's the kind of car you want to drive when you're 16. Fast, that's the kind of boys that you want on your home team. Fast, yeah, you think you're gonna catch your big dreams just like that. Fast, and here you are looking back. 60 seconds now feels more like 30. Tick-tock won't stop and round it goes. Sand through the glass sure falls in a hurry, and all you keep trying to do is slow it down. Soak it in, keep trying to make the good times last as long as you can. But you can't, man, it just goes too fast.
Do you ever feel You're so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in. Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you? 'Cause there's a spark in you. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go, as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go, you're gonna leave 'em all in You don't have to feel like a wasted space. You're original, cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will glow, and when it's time, you know you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go, as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go, you're gonna leave 'em all in Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you, you, you. And now it's time to let it through. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go, as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go,
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet.